Breaking news! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gekko Gaming Update 23. Patch notes are out. Let's look through this together. We usually do these videos, a one-take thing, really quickly to get the video out. No too much editing, music, and stuff like that. But I did post earlier today a very dope fight from Lost Kingdom 142. I'll link a card up top for that. Make sure you take a look at that video as well. Don't let it slide by because this is the newest and latest and greatest. We'll have a follow-up video on Lost Kingdom 142 coming hopefully towards the end of this week as well. Update 23. We plan to update the game with update 23, the Hammer and Anvil, somewhere next week. Sometime, I'm assuming. During the update, the server will be down for an estimated 3 hours, blah, 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 blah. Equipment system is out. Equipment. It's almost like we leaked it. Card up top on the right, a while ago, right? It's like, finally, it's out. I thought it was supposed to be way out there. Like, the initial thing I understood about it was that it's still under development, but turns out it was way ahead of its time. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equipment pieces, including a helmet, what looks to be like a chainmail, like a plate thing, a chest thing, gloves, a sword, which is weird, pants, 2 types of rings. They have 2 different icons, so I'm assuming there are 2 types of different rings. We can enlarge the image right there. And shoes. Now, I'm a bit confused. What does this mean? Because all of the commanders have their own weapons and stuff like that. And so, how would this go about? Let's read a little bit more information about this and then talk a little bit about what I think. And unfortunately, there's not much I know beyond that. Commanders in Rise of Kingdoms can finally use equipment to enhance their combat skills. Only the mightiest commanders will be worthy of mighty weapons and armor. Okay. Governors can get the equipment through side quests, the Shadow Legion invasion, a Cyrus League, and other events. Interesting. So, as of right now, what we're told is that apparently we will only be able to get equipment as of this moment from events. This is actually really cool because it makes it so that you have to participate in events. You can't just cruise through these things and just pick up the rewards at the end. You really want to be involved in them so you gain these potential equipment. Receiving equipment for the first time, governors will unlock the equipment system. At the same time, a new building, the blacksmith, will be added to the building options in your city. The blacksmith can be used to forge equipment, dismantle equipment, and produce/upgrade materials used to forge equipment. Go to the blacksmith, build your set of equipment for your favorite commander. Please note the blacksmith is only unlocked at City Hall 16 and above. So some of our speculations, or were they speculations, turned out to be true. You're not only going to get pieces of equipment, but you can dismantle them for forging better equipment. And now the question is, how will we get these equipment things? Like, obviously through side quests and Shadow Legion and whatnot, but will you be able to get small pieces from PvE fights, maybe from barbarians, maybe from barbarian forts? There's plenty of space to really make this really, really, really cool. Make it so that you get it from participating in events and from being active in the game, PvE, PvP, so forth and so on. They can come up with very creative ways to get these pieces of equipment and to get these materials used to forge equipment. So, big thumbs up. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are panicking, saying, this is too much pay to win right now. Nobody said that there is a pack or there is a way to spend your money to get the equipment. I am sure it's gonna end up being like that, so that if you have enough money to drop, you can max the equipment and that's that. But at the same time, the likelihood of that being something beyond the 1 or 2 rally leaders in the alliance is much rarer. And so we're going to start seeing this shift where now you have rally leaders, people who are dedicated to be the guys leading the charge. And so those guys will probably have all these equipment. But the matter of the fact still remains that not every player is going to go to a point where they have max equipment so that they can, be the biggest and greatest. Even the free-to-play players out there, there's no reason to panic yet. We don't know how everything is going to work out. We don't know if it's even going to be available to be purchased. We don't know all these things. All I know beyond what's in here is that, from my understanding, gear is going to be generic, but I'm not too sure whether that's a thing or not. I talked to a few people that have a little bit of more insider information, and I am not 100% closed on the fact that you're going to have like this equipment which you're going to be able to forge and replace it among your commanders, or it's going to be commander specific. That's something I'm really waiting to hear from Lilith about. Let's keep going. Let's keep going and see what's the next spot. A Cyrus League live testing. The trumpets are sounding at the arrival of World War. How can you turn down the chance at the bloodiest battles? Governors who do not take part in the Cyrus League can still get prizes by betting on outcomes of matches. Governors can watch matches on their own favorite teams and bet on future matches. To preserve the stability of the game, there's a limit of number of people that can watch a match for now. To enable more people to watch the games, we will be broadcasting matches online. That is right. We have some very, very awesome exclusive, well, not exclusive, but awesome Cyrus League cast plans. I've been doing them by my own, and a few other content creators have been doing them by their own, but Lilith Gaming are stepping in, and we're gonna do something big. You guys really don't want to miss that. It's coming very, very soon. I'm very excited, and that's what the green screen behind me is for, and a bunch of other crazy gear I still can't show you, but my house became a freaking studio. We'll also invite active governors to act as commentators of future games. You can share your insights in front of millions of players. That is right. If you guys want to participate, be part of the commentators team, be part of the people in the show that is going to be Cyrus League, the cast, you guys are welcome to come join my Discord down below in the description. Hit me up, send me a message, and we're going to take care of all that. We're setting up the team, setting up if you want to volunteer to help out with some highlights reels, help us figure out which highlights we should put in videos. If you want to help out by getting in touch with your alliance members and stuff like that to get them on board to watch, to participate, to interact. Anyone who wants to be part of the Osiris cast is welcome to come join the Discord below. Get in touch with me and we'll figure out how to get you in. And hopefully there will be some cool, I don't know, maybe some redeem codes or something like that that'll come out in the Cyrus League as well. You definitely don't want to miss those casts. As the system is still in testing stage, there may be some problems in the early launch. Governors are welcome and encouraged to give us feedback. I am so glad this is in here. Finally, Lilith saying, listen, all these things are not 100%. Please, please, please give us feedback. So guys, instead of getting mad that things don't work, make sure you're sending the positive, the constructive feedback for them to improve things. Let's keep going. Silk Road Speculators improved. I didn't see that event for months. We've received a lot of constructive feedback from governors since this event first came online. With this feedback in mind, we decided to make further optimizations to the update and run the event again in the future. Optimizations include: progress is saved. Each event will no longer force you to start from scratch. That's cool. More surprises. While on the road, caravans may drop some special cargo for you to recover and keep. Cool. Blessed with bravery, the elite barbarians will drop fantastic rewards once defeated. Interesting. We've heard that last time when it came to the Altars of Darkness and ruined ancient ruins, and we ended up getting pretty much nothing, so hopefully this will be better. The caravans now takes a shorter path, but is likely to encounter more barbarians. That's perfect. I love it. Constant action all the time, not necessarily like 2-3 minutes of marching and then fighting, 2-3 minutes of marching and fighting, constant fights all the time. That's what we want. Stand tall and heroic with a new individual score. Defeat barbarians and get points. Acquire enough individual points to complete missions to get even more rewards. Again, Lilith encouraging every single one of you to participate in these events, as they're not only going to give you individual rewards on top of the Alliance rewards, but now also equipment. All these events are starting to become a must, and this is where alliances need to be mindful of their members, need to find the best time slots to do these events so the most people enjoy them. It is very tough. For example, when I was in Legends Gaming 1, at the time, a long time ago, it was mainly United States based, and so during the morning and noonish times of EU, I wouldn't find anyone in anything. And so a lot of these events were done at my very late night because they're all in the United States, which makes sense. It happens. But now alliances have to be mindful of their members, and members have to be mindful to be in an alliance that means something, in the sense that if they're not in your time zone and you can never participate in these events, maybe this is not the alliance for you. Shadow Legion improvements too, even though we haven't really seen Shadow Legions. But okay, since the last Shadow Legions event came online, we noticed a lot of room for improvement. To better accommodate the needs of all players, we now made the following adjustments. Attack waves now spawn every 3 minutes. Cool. A little bit of time. Reduce the score required to get through all 25 waves and earn all the possible rewards. That's cool. So you don't have to make it to the end to get everything. You can make it to like 20, 21 and still get your rewards. Lower level Shadow Legion forces are now easier to defeat, which will allow the weaker players within the game to be able to progress with this event and get to that max rewards area. And optimized the Shadow Legion event page display. 2 thumbs up, we just want to see the damn event. For those of you who don't know what happened with the event, turns out they found a significant bug after running the first test on it, and so they took it out of the game until they fixed it, and apparently they didn't only fix it, they now added a little bit more into it. Now, finally, other changes. Alliance and governor names can now support input from a wider range of languages and characters. Okay, this is primarily because we're going to see a very big influx of both Arabic players, Chinese players, Asian country players in general are really starting to get into the game, and so they want to have their own letters within the game, which makes sense. I mean, hell, I want Hebrew in the game. Come on, man. Anyway, I like this. It's more mindful of a global community. Troops transportation capacity has been increased. This is a big WTF, mate, right there. I asked Lilith already, what the heck does this mean? But I have yet to get an answer. I will be updating you guys on these things. Hopefully, not on the stream later tonight, but as Lilith replied to me within the next day or two, we'll maybe do like a follow-up video to this, or I'll answer these things in my Discord down below, as well as Facebook, Twitter, and all that. So if you follow me, you'll get the answers for what this means. I have no clue what that means. If that means bigger marches, if that means more transportation capacity, as in more resources per troop, okay. It means that you need to send less gatherers out, which means you're less vulnerable, losing less troops out there, so that's okay. So we got to figure out what this means. You can now check information on players that scouted you in the scout notification message. This is actually critical for me. I think that the one most annoying thing about scouts is that you really can't see where they originated from. You can see who the player is, but you can't get to them. And so people can spam you and you will never know where it comes from to try to spam back or to try to figure out what the heck the person wants. And so now that you can see a little bit who is the person, who it is, maybe click on his profile and get to a point where you can message him or chat with him or whatever not. I like this. I think that the other changes are fantastic. Shadow Legion event page display. Cool. I'm all for it. Just get us the damn event already, please. I want to play it. Silk Road Speculator improvements, fantastic. Again, goes to show to you guys how much they do pay attention, they do listen, and they do change things based on your feedback. And again, they ask for this feedback consistently on the Cyrus League live testing, which you guys are going to see much more coming out of this very soon. It's a baby that I've been working on for a little while, and it's finally starting to walk. So it's going to be very exciting to see it. And having Lilith involved in this is even better. It makes it so much cooler for you guys to enjoy an awesome show we're coming up with. And finally, a new equipment system. I'm optimistic. I am optimistic. I do think that there is room for this to be a fantastic thing. But it's a very, very delicate balance between adding depth to this game and completely ruining the balance of free-to-play to pay-to-win that is already pretty broken, but it's not that bad considering compared to a lot of other games that I know. This can be really good or really bad. The one thing I'm really waiting for Lilith to do is army formations. So now there's actual strategy. Everybody's armies are sent the same exact way, so it's all about which commander is the strongest commander, and that's it. But once you add army formations, now you got to think about what kind of troops you're sending, where they are positioned, where is the enemy's troops positioned, what kind of formation they're using. Of course, once the battle begins, formations can't be changed, but up until the second the battle begins, formations can change and evolve. And so it adds so much more depth to what the war is and strategy to what the war is, rather than having just commanders versus commanders. But as of right now, big improvements for the commanders. And hopefully we're going to get to see the 2 new range commanders very soon. We're going to get to see the new Lost Kingdom commander very soon, and much more coming out of Lilith Gaming for Rise of Kingdoms. What do you guys think about the update? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. I'm a bit more optimistic, but I do see where the pessimism about this comes, and I'm hoping for the best, but probably expecting the worst. Anyway, I'm Gekko. I'm out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Again, if you have any comments, feedback, suggestions, anything you want to pass on about this, either to me or to Lilith, leave a comment down below. I'll make sure that anything you guys send to them gets addressed to them. I'll make sure that they go take a look at that. If you found the video helpful, slap a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys sooner rather than later. It is Wednesday, so tonight is a stream day. 4 p.m. UTC, like every Wednesday. Hope to see you there. We'll talk about this more. Take care. Have a great rest of your day, weekend, afternoon, whatever time you guys are watching this video. Peace.